Prepare yourselves! Hi, and welcome to another great episode of Cooking with MFB. Tonight, we're making biscuits. Hey, welcome to another great episode. We are getting along here in my book. We are making biscuits, so let's get ourselves some butter. Before we go grating butter, we need to get prepared. We need to hydrate ourselves properly. We need to not miss the glass. We need to not miss the glass really bad. Don't spill it.
Oh, mistakes were made.
In the freezer, yes, the freezer, we got ourselves a stick of butter. We're going to take this stick of butter and we're going to grate it. Yes, we're going to grate it. Roommate made a very astute question. What grade of butter is this? This, in fact, is AA butter. We're going to take our AA and we're going to make it quadruple A and grate it in the grater. We're going to make it greater. Now we have grated our butter and made it excellent butter. We are going to put this back in the freezer while we get everything else ready. Don't spill it, don't spill it. Back in here, just let it chill out. Let it chill the F out. Right about now, you're probably asking yourself, why are you grating butter? You're making biscuits. You've lost your mind. Well, I'm glad you asked. If you take this entire stick of butter and start mashing it up, by the time you get it evenly distributed among the flour, you would have melted butter. You don't want melted butter, you want buttery layers. The trick is buttery layers. So into the freezer that goes, chills out. We're going to put 2.5 cups of all-purpose flour into our handy-dandy sifter. Alright, we jammed about 2.5 cups flour in here. Let's do some other dry ingredients while we got the party going. Next, we have 1/3 of a teaspoon of baking soda. Next on our list is 1 1/4 tablespoon of baking powder. Oh, you see that right there? That is a lip, so you can get that excess right on off. Aha! Oh. Next, we have 1 1/4 teaspoon of salt. That is all of our dry ingredients. Let's get to mixing. Right about now, you're probably thinking, man, he's sifting stuff, freezing other stuff. Has he lost his mind? Yes. But we all know that. I've lost my mind long ago. Anyways, the sifting puts more air in between the molecules of the flour. And the butter stays frozen or cold while we are mixing it. And it's already in small pieces, that's why we grated it. Speaking of small pieces, let's put that butter back in there and see what we can do. The name of the game is not to let the butter really melt. So we got to use something that's like this. Yes. Any other time, I'd say use the claw of victory and justice. But that's got some body heat to it, and it might melt that precious butter. We don't want to melt that. We want layers of butter. So, time has come. Oh, the time has come for us to finish our beverage. This one's getting way too hot. We do not want hot beverages along with our hot butter. We don't want both of those at all. Well, now we run into some complications. we have an empty vessel. We need to fix that first before we mix our butter. Alright. Alright, it's gonna be a stiff one. Alright, where were we? Oh, show! Oh, yeah, I guess that's where we were. Yeah. Right about there. You're gonna have to use one of these now. If you don't have one of these, I recommend getting one of these. Finding something that's stiff enough to break up the butter. I'd like you to mix that into that, but just barely into it. And how will you know if it's just barely done? You're gonna look for something on the verge of crumbles. That, and you'll know deep down in here when it's ready. You'll know. Just done. It's just starting to clump up. You don't want it to clump too much, but it's just started, so it's just done. I suppose you're pinched for time. You can go grab one of these and throw it in the oven, and you'll be done lickety split. But we're doing it right. Here on Cooking with MFB, we strive to do things right. As hard as we can, we do things right. Alright! On to the next step. Buttermilk. We gotta get yourself some buttermilk. That's some buttery. That's milky. Here we got ourselves 1 1/4 cup of buttermilk. Milk. Before we go getting ourselves all nimbly and bibbly, we need to create ourselves a small crater in the middle of our flour mixture. Look at that. Oh, it's glorious. We're going to slap that buttermilk right on in there. That looks amazing. We are going to combine our ingredients. Again, just barely combine. We want like a soft dough. So, we worked pretty hard trying, to get all the butter to the right butterness and everything else. We just melt the butter, mix it all up. Wouldn't that be a waste of time? Don't melt that butter. Don't you melt that butter. Speaking of melting butter, we need to preheat the oven to 450 degrees. We should have done that a long time ago. It's alright, we doing our guy, just heat. We'll wait. Hey! You see that right there? That is just a touch too dry. We need to sprinkle a little bit of that buttermilk on here. Let's start with like a capful. I think a capful is going to be more than enough. Let's check it out! Now remember, we want just almost done, not done mixed, because we're going to put it onto this floured board. Once it's well floured, you're going to put this right on in here and then pat on it. You won't pat it till you got about a 1/2 inch in size, thickness size. I'm glad you asked why I'm patting it. Because I don't want to use a rolling pin, because if you use a rolling pin, it's going to get everything all mush. We want flaky layers. Well, I do. Once you have about a 1/2 inch, you're going to want to fold it in half. Yeah, little flour gets in weird places. Anyways, 1/2 inch in thickness. Remember, we want to minimize the amount of time that we're touching this. Body heat, melted butter. No! Slap it. We don't want to slap it too much. We want buttery layers. So, don't beat it up too much. What we do want to do is we want to fold this about 4 to 5 times, maybe even 6, but we don't want to melt. Now that you confused everybody within earshot, I'm slapping the heck out of this bad boy. Next, I have a regular mason jar lid. For easy application, you're gonna press down and then twist. That's it. Repeat the process approximately 12 times. Alright, we got a little bit more than I was anticipating because they are thinner. I hope I don't make hockey pucks. Now, you can re-roll these, but they're not going to be as good as those because those are just amazing. But, we're going to... Alright, you want to get them all bunched together. Look at that sacred geometry. Baller! Anyways, into the oven. We go on, got ourselves 450 degrees. We're going to put them in here. Nice and hot, like 13 minutes. So, we got ourselves about 10 minutes. We're going to put medium-high heat. We're going to squeeze something else into here. But wait! There's more! Not only do you get buttermilk of biscuits, you get sausage gravy of justice. Let's get that started. We need some sausage. Now, whoa. Ah, much better. Much better. Let's put that in there and brown it up. Fry this goodness. What's that? Why did I put my biscuits all together touching? Oh, that's to get them to rise. Because if you put them together, you know they rise. If you know you like those little crispy hockey puck things, you keep them separated and they get all hockey puck-like. That's word on the streets. We'll find out. Oh, we're going to find out. Oh, we're going to find out. In like 5 minutes. I can feel the heat. So it's time to throw this big old log of sausage onto the pan. But then we gotta break. Alright, break it up. Break it up. This isn't sausage and log. This is sausage and gravy. So we need to get the sausage bits up. Make them soft. Oh no, those are too big. You gotta break them up smaller. We need smaller pieces. That's what Daddy likes! Oh, the moment of truth. Do I have hockey pucks? Or do I have buttermilk biscuits? I think I got hockey pucks. They look awfully close to hockey pucks. Stuff like that just happens, you know. Sometimes you follow a recipe and the recipe isn't good. Sometimes it's the chef. We'll never know. I think we have successfully browned our meat. We're going to take a 1/4 cup at a time of flour. We're going to do 1/2 cup total. Put that in there just. Und other flours! You have mixed flour into your sausage. At least I have. We are going to continue to cook this at medium-low heat until it's golden. Oh, we're golden. Let's put about 2 cups of milk in there. We're not going to put 2 cups right away. We're going to put 1 cup at a time and just sort of sprinkle that in while we're mixing it in. We don't want to swamp up and get clumpy. Cup number 1. I sort of dumped it in there. You know, I got to film here and I need hands. Oh, cup number 2. We're dirty. Hold on here. Ah, much better. Cup number 2. Let's mix that in there. We might need more than 2 cups though. Alright, so we're at 3.5 cups, maybe 4 cups of milk. I'm going to put 1 more in there because I like a little salt. I like it a little salty. Anyways, it's going to clump up anyways. It's going to get all thick and gravy-like from that flour, so. Oh, we need a little bit of salt and pepper. More pepper than salt. Alright, so after eating a small piece of the biscuit, we need thicker biscuits next time. That was glorious. I need to make those thicker next time, and thicker. You mean just on there? Ew, pepper! Pepper! Pepper the situation with some pepper, you know, pepperoncinis, peppercorns, grind peppercorn. Oh, glorious pepper! We're gonna salt the situation. Not all that salt's gonna go in there. Not all the salt was harmed in the filming of this segment. We're gonna stir that. No clump left behind. Not even a little bit. Well, I think it's time. Time for us to put a plate to this thing. Oh! Places and participation may vary, but I break my biscuits up into small pieces. Then I take one of these. Oh! Lord of mercy! We made it. Barely. I need thicker biscuits next time. Anyways. Thank you for watching another great episode of Cooking with MFB. That stuff was great. Dude, wait until you have these biscuits though. The frozen butter. Bangin'! Do it. You won't. Look at this mess! Who's gonna clean up this mess? Oh, yeah, I see what